Hello, my Taurus tribe. The image that I had today, as I was starting to do this reading, was of the typical cartoon bull, with the matador there with the red cape, and the bull pawing the ground with steam coming out of its nose, snorting. Excuse me. And very much a cartoon image. Excuse me. But then the sense that I was getting of this was that, Taurus, you may be being tested right now, not like some great universal test, but I mean, situations right now might be feeling challenging to you in terms of your ability to stay calm in the face of agitation. And it doesn't have to be big agitation. It can be consistent agitation. It can be ongoing themes. But that I want you to remember what the guides were saying and have been saying, and that is it's important for you to balance your life out and not to overwork. Now, keep in mind, please, that overworking doesn't have to mean doing 12-hour days at a company. It can be being so focused on what it is you want to achieve, whether it is a project that you're doing with somebody else, theoretically for pleasure, or whether or not it's something that you think is going to be just interesting to do, that you can still have an attitude of going at it like it's work. And what I'm being reminded of here is that when you find the agitation starting to build, remember that even though you're an earth sign, you are, according to Chinese medicine, an energetic philosophy, earth is considered a yang sign, like fire, okay? So there can be a very different way of expressing it. You can get a fire sign where it's going to be quite explosive, but when you get it in an earth sign, it can be the kind of thing that is a gradual build that starts being just when you're being like frustrated around certain things. It can come out kind of like this slow burn and this internal burn where you find yourself reacting to situations that it's disproportionate to what's actually going on. So what I'm being reminded of here is that in order to not get to that state, it's important not to continue to push yourself to get things done, to get things accomplished with that attitude of must do, should. But to take it back a step and let it be, do I want to do this? What am I choosing? What is the attitude that I'm choosing to do this with? That is really, really key here. And it's the idea of when you find yourself feeling this way, it's time to stop and step back and say, am I enjoying myself? It doesn't have to be delight. It doesn't have to be joy beyond belief, but am I actually enjoying the experience of myself as I am doing this? Can you become aware of being aware? Can you be aware of being aware of yourself in that moment and stop and say, how am I actually feeling right now? Because if you've got that feeling of head down, getting it done, then chances are that energy is going to create, if it's too much of that, some of it's great because it means you can get a lot accomplished and you can do a lot of work. But the thing with Taurus is it can overcome, it can overtake. It's got a certain kind of momentum to it. And it can kind of overtake other energies in your life. So you're being asked really to check in and see where you are in the present moment. Again, you've got two choice cards here. Where are you choosing to be in the moment? Where are you choosing to step away from something that could be a momentary pleasure or even an evening of pleasure or something of that nature, something pleasurable, something enjoyable, something lighthearted, something not work, not productive, okay? Because even and sometimes especially spiritual work and consciousness work, can become stifling, right? It ceases to be liberating, and it gets taken over by the logical brain in a way where the mystery is gone, the beauty is gone, the enjoyment, the potential, the curiosity. It becomes something that you must achieve. Now what they're saying is no, 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 no. Trust that there is a divine force, a sacred force that is head over heels in love with you, that is watching everything you do with a benign, loving heart. Set yourself, please, set yourself some kind of schedule that has inherent in it something that is just fun, just nice, just even neutral, so that you get out of that do. Because remember, you are creating out of the energy you're in. So if what you want for your future life is to be something that is broader, more expansive, because that's the thing, right, Taurus? No matter how much you can work to achieve, to get something done, you got to remember, it's not just the goal is not the thing. The goal is the thing that engages our energy in a way so that we can observe ourselves along the path and grow. It is about the journey, not the destination. So this is about you learning how to manage your energy in the process of achieving so that you get to be experiencing life and achievement in a more joyful, lighthearted manner. Why? Because that takes us out of the ego and it moves us more into our centered place of our essential nature as a spiritual being. And spiritual beings, they're not all serious. They can be serious because they know the nature of life and describe it in a way that is sounds very serious to us, but most of them have a great sense of humor. So, well, okay, most of them have a sense of humor. I won't say they all have a great sense of humor. I tend to get the ones that do. Probably, well, I get the serious ones too, but I'm often being reminded to lighten up. Always often, okay. Listen, Taurus, this for me is really a reminder to please notice where you are struggling. Notice where your discipline to get something done has taken away your ability to stand back and see the big picture. Position yourself within your life in a way where your life and your project hasn't taken over. It hasn't developed into tunnel vision where you're ignoring all other aspects of your life or most other aspects of your life. We know Taurus does like to achieve, no question. We also know Taurus likes comfort and nice things. And that is something that it would be nice for you to not lean into those luxuries or those sensory stimulating or soothing things as an antidote to having overworked. Incorporate that. That's a beautiful part of Taurus, that sensual nature, that sensual quality. It helps keep you grounded in your body and in your feelings. So choose, please notice where you are being overtaken by a need to serve, a need to work, a need to, a need to struggle to achieve. It can be subtle, but it's there. So notice and decide that you're going to set yourself up a system where you incorporate as part of your structure regular appreciations of whatever that sensual nurturing is for you, okay? It's pretty simple. But again, you are being reminded, this is a time of creation. This is really a time of creation for everybody, but really for Taurus. You don't realize sometimes how powerful your mind energy is. You take it for granted, but it's very strong. And so this is reminding you to stay in touch with your feelings and your choices so that what you are creating is being created with the kind of energy you'd like to perpetuate. And sometimes you've not let yourself really imagine what it feels like to feel free, to feel safe, and also liberated at the same time. So I would really say check in with that, okay? and see if that's something that you want to have manifesting as part of your life in the future. And if it is, where would you need to step back, draw back a little bit in terms of how you are working in your life now? Okay? That's it for you, my friends. Take care. Oh, for the week of coming up, February, not the week of February 5th or 10th. I don't know. I'll put it in the guidepost.